morning, Chelsea Middle School. I am Jaterica Jackson.
And I'm Gordon Noah.
Today is December 9, 2019, and CMS News starts right now. You might want to grab a jacket and umbrella. Today's weather is a high of 60 with a low of 56. Showers throughout the day and on Tuesday as well. There will be a drop in temperature Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday with the highs of 50 and lows of 27. Be sure to bundle up.
And for lunch, we have a choice of baked penne or meatballs sub. Tuesday, we have a choice of nachos, taco beef, or fajita chicken. Wednesday, we have baked potato bar or baked potato soup. Thursday, we have a fish basket or cheesy bites. And Friday, we have flavored wings or crispy chicken salad.
Not only do we need to feed our stomachs, we need to feed our minds. Here's Mr. Caldwell's average strategy of the week.
Here is Mr. Caldwell's average strategy of the week.
Hello, my name is Curtis Smith, and this is Mr. Caldwell's average strategy of the week. Mr. Caldwell's average strategy of the week is learning logs. We use learning logs to reflect on what we have learned in class. This is Mr. Caldwell's learning log. It is separated into each section for each class that you have: math, ELA, science, social studies, and electives.
In today's news, attention all 6th, 7th, and 8th grade students. The Academic Challenge team will be holding an informational meeting today at 3:20 p.m. in room 200. This club is perfect for students who enjoy trivia, sports, and music. Please see Ms. Farrell to sign up and for more information.
Team 803, please turn in your IGP and registration forms this week to Ms. Carl so she can schedule your IGP conference.
Students, today and tomorrow, you will be taking the MAP test. I know that you have been working extremely hard through small groups, class assignments, studying, and great note-taking.
So, the time has now come to show yourself, your teachers, your parents, and the school board what you've learned. Let's turn our attention to our amazing principal, Ms. Houston, with an important message.
Hello CMS. As you know, on Monday we will be taking the MAP assessment. This will be the second time this year we're taking the MAP assessment for the winter assessment. What we're looking for on the winter MAP assessment is growth. So we're hoping that from the fall until now, when you take the test on Monday, that you have shown some growth in your abilities. For 6th grade, for ELA, the target score that you should be working towards to be on grade level for 6th grade is a score of 220. For 7th grade, that score to be met is 224. And for 8th grade, the score is 227. Now, if you scored higher than that in the fall, that would not be your goal, because remember I told you your goal is to grow. Those are only the scores that lets you know that you are met and on grade level for those specific grade levels. For math, those scores for 6th grade are 223, 233, and 238. So if you score those scores, that means you are met for your grade level. We discussed previously during our town hall meetings that you will not know all of the answers on the test to the MAP assessment. The test is designed for you to only know 50% of the answers. Please don't get frustrated. Please don't just click through and mark anything. The only way for us to know what you're ready to learn is if you take your time and do your very best on the MAP assessment. From there, we develop all the rest of your instructional needs for the year, whether or not you need help in reading or math. So it is to your best that you perform well, because that way you will not be identified incorrectly for classes that you don't need or extra support or help that you don't need. The only way for us to know is if you perform at your very best. Please be on time. Make sure that you've gotten enough rest and that you have eaten a good breakfast Monday and Tuesday. Monday we will take the reading assessment. Tuesday we will take the math assessment. In the future, for the CMS News segment, I will be presenting information about college and career readiness, letting you know the differences between 2- and 4-year universities, and also featuring universities that you all can attend when you get ready to graduate school. Thank you, and this has been Mrs. Houston.
Thank you, Ms. Houston. We all know that a lot of money is spent during the holiday season. A recent report from Lind EDU conducted a survey with 1,000 adults to find out how much money was spent for the Thanksgiving holiday. The average cost per person is $186.05. With the costly amount, luckily we have people like the CMS cheerleaders who saw the need to help families that struggled during the Thanksgiving holiday. CMS cheerleaders donated and collected almost 150 canned goods as well as other food supplies for families in need. Pies, chicken, eggs, and much more. CMS cheerleaders said it felt really good to give back to others. This community project brought them closer together than ever before. They are currently having a coat drive. If you or anyone you know have gently used winter items that aren't being worn, please see Ms. Irvin, the cheerleading coach.
CMS got a chance to get an exclusive interview with last week's speaker. Here's our story.
Last week, CMS and Mentoring Matters welcomed guest speaker Mr. Octavius Kelly. Mr. Kelly is a motivational speaker and also a Chester native. The title of Mr. Kelly's message was, "Get Out Your Feelings." He wanted to push the idea that our feelings are the root cause to most bad decisions.
My daughter's 14, a sophomore at Fort Mill High, and that's one of their slogans. Like, that's the lingo now. Your generation always says, "Get out your feelings," and it was appropriate for the message because feelings are the root cause of most bad decisions.
8th grade student Maya Mobley said that this message spoke a lot to her as well as her peers.
As a student, I get in my feelings a lot about stuff and I take it out while I'm angry or upset, and that's not what I'm supposed to do. So I think his presentation spoke a lot to me individually and as well as my peers.
As a Chester native and alumni of Chester High School, Mr. Kelly mentioned that it's important for him to give back to his community and to young people because he wants them to learn early what he learned late.
It's important to give back to the community because, unfortunately, we grew up in a mindset of scarcity, and coming from this environment, we don't always know about the opportunity for abundance. And so I pour back into my community because I want them to learn early where I learned late.
Chester Middle School thanks Mr. Kelly for coming, and they look forward to seeing him again. This is CMS News.
For sports, CMS News got a first look at the boys wrestling team. My Asia Mobley has our story.
With their first match coming up this week, head wrestling coach Daryl Brunson is not only focused on winning, but making sure that his players remain focused and disciplined.
To make sure to keep the discipline, make sure they're ready at all times, make sure they're focused, make sure their grades are right, make sure they are doing their best at all times.
This is how returning player Tristan Woodard feels. He says that he hopes to win more matches because last season wasn't his best.
To win more matches than I did last year, because last year I had a bad season. I don't know. Get more athletic. About it.
The first game will kick off this Friday, December 14th at North Central High School. I am my Asia Mobley with CMS News. Back to you.
20 seconds. Let's go. Let's go.
Before we wrap it up, we would like to give a shout out to our December birthdays.
CMS News will also like to send a special shout out to Miss Strong, whose birthday was last week. Well, that's the end for us today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Happy map testing.
Good luck and see you next week.